Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. Alright, let's address the elephant in the room. I know it's not Halloween. Alright, that's long past. But when it came to my Halloween videos, I ran out of time and I couldn't upload everything I wanted to. So that's why I'm uploading them past Halloween. But if you stop and look at it like this, at some point in time, it's gonna be Halloween time again, October. So somebody eventually will stumble upon my videos and watch it around Halloween time. So yeah, and I'm here today to talk to you about Disney Plus Goosebumps Season 1, Episode 9, Night of the Living Dummy 2. I thought 2 episodes ago that was the dumbest episode ever. But boy, I am sadly mistaken. This is another stupid filler episode. And it only gets important towards the very end. And I can't believe this got greenlit. I can't believe somebody wrote this. Whoever wrote this, whoever greenlit it needs to be fired. This is just a dull, pointless, stupid filler of an episode. And I'm just kind of like, why? Why would you do this? They knew people was going to be on the fence when it came to this show because it's not going to be like the original. They knew that, the majority of people who's going to watch this is going to be hardcore goosebumpers. Why in the world would they go this route for this episode? It was pointless. It was stupid. And it's basically just another made up pointless episode. I am just pissed. Because even though this show is not great, it's interesting and it's half and half. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's just okay. But I was really intrigued by what they was trying to do in the beginning, but now I am seriously losing faith, and I'm even more pissed because I really enjoyed last week's episode that felt more like a slasher thing. But this episode, this is just a giant piss in the face, and I don't like that. And so, basically, what this episode was about, it was about a day in the life of the teacher, Mr. Brat. And once again, even though Justin Long is a good actor, you cannot tell the difference between him and Howard. He plays both versions absolutely the same. And we now truly 100% know that Mr. Brat is just a Weasley wimp. He's just pathetic and everything. He can't pay his rent. He sucks as a teacher in his old school. And then he inherited the house from his great grandfather. And then he got a job at the new school. He just sucks at everything he does. And not only that, but there is an interesting Easter egg in this. And I did not see this coming. So he had a poodle a long time ago. A female one called Fifi. Why is that important? Because Fifi is a vampire in the Goosebump books from years ago. It's a Goosebump book that never got adapted on screen. The only reason why I know of Fifi the vampire poodle is because of the Goosebumps movie. And as I was looking through the list of all the monsters that showed up, one said Fifi the vampire poodle, and I'm just like, what the heck is that? I don't remember that being a TV show. So this is the only reason why I know Fifi, and he's obsessed with Fifi, loves Fifi. But Fifi got hit by a car, and then he had her what's that thing called when you stuff the dead animal? Taxidermy and stuff. And so basically he's writing a book. And he realized, hey, why don't I just write about the crap I've been going through, all this horror crap? So that's exactly what he's been writing. And he's basing this off 100% the lives of him and everybody else. The parents, the kids, and he just changed everybody's name around. As he's typing all of this, he's typing on his laptop. And I started to think, could we get a nod to that of the typewriter that makes things come alive? Nope. So he's just typing away, but the publisher person hates his ending. So he's having the hardest time doing it and he's getting frustrated. Also, he's acting like he's best friends with the group of teenagers. They are about to go on a vacation to Seattle to Margot's mother's place because they just want to unwind and forget all that's been going on this year. And so it's kind of weird he's acting like he's their friend and crap. And so he can't think of an ending, and it's another Easter egg that happens. He's listening to a podcast of a man talking. On his cell phone, you see the picture of R.L. Stein. His voice has changed a little from like back in the day, but that's expected. And that's kind of like an interesting nod. And he's all like, you have to have a twist in your story, and blah, blah, blah. So he started thinking, I am going to need a twist. What does this idiot do? Well, 26 minutes in, and it's just like a bunch of like him, like, being the pathetic loser that he is. And some YA stuff with the teens. But then he decides, hey, I'm finna head back to the mountains and go get Slappy. Why in the world would he do something like that for? Like, that's just the dumbest thing ever, especially with all they gone through. So he takes Slappy, he says the incantation, and Slappy magically comes back together, which I'm glad they showed that. That's something I've always wondered about the old Goosebumps show. How the heck did he keep resurrecting his body? Like, is he magical like that way or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And so, like, he basically has... Oh, sorry. It's late. Sorry about that. But yeah, like he basically resurrects Fifi and everything. So I'm like, how the heck is Slappy able to do that? And it's kind of like, but not only does he resurrect her, but when they go out into the woods and he digs up something, Fifi turns into a vampire doll. Fangs and everything. And it's just kind of like, well, that was unexpected. There was no build up to Fifi turning into a vampire doll. She just turns into a vampire doll. Slappy has some real magical powers after all, and it's just kind of like, it would be nice to have a little explanation as to his powers. Basically, he can just do whatever he wants, I guess. And so, I guess he's the one who made all that other stuff, like turn evil or whatever. So he has him get this casket and he forces him to open it up and read the card inside. When he does, all of a sudden the body inside resurrects itself. It's cool and skeleton looking, and then it turns into a human, a man with blonde hair. Ben comes in. And so then the man turns Ben into a puppet, similar to how Slappy and Howard used to. Who is this man? It's Slappy, of course, his human form. And so I'm guessing Ben is now dead, because whenever somebody gets turned into a puppet, they normally die. And so, like, then he just walks off, and then Mr. Bratt's like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm just kind of like, you idiot, you. And it's kind of like, I think a long time ago, I did read somewhere that Slappy used to be a real man and died or some crap like that. I can't remember what. I have to relook that up. And but when Brat was reading that card, he started getting the images of like those flames, just like Howard's great grandfather did. And you keep hearing in the back of the noise like a Ferris wheel or something like that. And of course, what's next week's episode? Night in Horrorland. And so, like, yeah, so it's probably gonna be something similar to that. I hope it's good, but hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And so with the kids, basically, they're just like hanging out. James and Isabella don't really have nothing to do. James is slightly annoying, but not really in this episode. Margot and like Isaac are like, or Luke or whatever. No, Luke, that's it. Him and her and Luke, they're dating and acting like they're lovey-dovey with each other. But he's worried about his mom because, he's telling Margot, like, how can everybody act like all those weeks never happened and you just go back to your normal life? Like, he's worried. So They have a huge argument and everything, and he just heads back home on a bus and leaves her there. And but they're acting like they've known each other for years and that they're madly in love with each other. It's just a little too fast. And of course, Isaac, or what his name is just there watching everything and still being sad about those two always kissing in front of him. But this is what's so weird about the whole Margot and Luke thing. Their parents are still dating. What the world? So the two parents are gonna date and the two kids are gonna date, and it appears that the father has proposed to Luke's mother. So when they become married, husband and wife, those two gonna be step brother and step sister. Are they still gonna date? Are they still gonna kiss? Like, what are they gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's like that whole Fresh Prince of Bel Air episode when the parents and Will and Lisa gonna get married and crap. And so that's really basically it. Well, the parents, they have a dinner together, and Nora is all like, "Oh, this is so great. We all get to hang out again, blah, blah." I'm like, Heifer, like, they freaking put you in the crazy house. Why are you so happy to see them? Like, you should be furious mad. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the reasons why Luke and like what's her name Margot had a fight is because high school's about to end and they're about to graduate, and her mom wants to move to Seattle and she's really thinking about it. And he's all like, my home is, whatever city they're from, and he never wants to leave there and everything. And so it's just best that those two break up. So, and she's taking this hard. Like they've been dating for like 10 years or some crap. And I'm just like, dude, y'all just started dating. And all y'all really do is kiss and make out and run from evil. So this episode was just stupid and pointless in my opinion. And it's just kind of like, why would they do something like this? Why a slow pace filler episode for it? Like, I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And I was trying to root for this show, but when you have two really stupid episodes and then one half stupid episode, and this really doesn't relate to Goosebumps all that much, it's just disappointing, man. That wasn't that spooky. All right, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.